Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So you guys know I love doing the Hot Topic palette reviews. They usually have some really fun themes and they're hit and miss. They are really cheap palettes, so some of them are great and some of them are awful. But as many palettes as I reviewed from Hot Topic, the one type of palette I have never reviewed is a palette from Blackheart Beauty. Mostly that's because I'm always drawn towards whatever specific theme I tend to find, Nightmare Before Christmas, Nickelodeon, whatever. And I'm not sure if Blackheart Beauty is exclusively like a Hot Topic brand or if they're just sold exclusively at Hot Topic, but I've seen their stuff plenty. That was actually the first makeup I ever saw at Hot Topic, and I was always a little hesitant to try it because, you know, I figured really cheap, crappy makeup. But, you know, I've tried enough of these Hot Topic palettes. Some of them have actually been halfway decent, like where there've been maybe 80%, 85% of the shadows have been good shadows, you know, maybe like drugstore quality shadows that you can use again, and then some of them are awful. And I do feel like the formula has improved with the newer palettes. So they had a new release. I say new, it was probably a couple months ago, but with the Blackheart Beauty brand, and I decided to pick it up and we'll test it out and see how it works. It is the Blackheart Beauty Midnight Magic. This is a face palette, so it's eye and face palette. And to go with it, I picked up the Blackheart Beauty Unicorn Magic Iridescent Lip Gloss Collection. Ooh, so shiny. So this is the palette. It's super cute. I mean, it's adorable. It's got a magnetic closure. It's got a tiny little mirror that's really not gonna do you anything. But these are the shadows up here. You get all these different shadows. You get a little bit of neutral and lots of color. And then you get a blush, which is really shiny and frosty looking. And you get a highlighter, which is called Frost. So we'll see. This is all of it up close. We'll see how these work on the face. I left off blush and highlight for that reason. I'm gonna start out with the shade Ember. It looks like it has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but I think it will be okay through the transition. We'll see. Yeah, it definitely has a bit of a frostiness to it. I'm gonna blend a bunch of colors on top of it though, so I don't care. I just wanted to make sure I had something down. I'm gonna try Majestic. I'm just gonna feel light-handed. These are powdery. I mean, I kind of expected that from the usual Hot Topic palettes. All right, I'm gonna run this through the crease and see. I'm just gonna be very light-handed just in case it deposits a lot. Okay, so far it doesn't. Okay, so that's pretty. It's very sheer compared to what it looks like in the palette, which again, doesn't surprise me a ton. With these Hot Topic palettes, a lot of times they come off a lot more sheer. So that's kind of good to know because I didn't want something that dark. And for it being like a unicorn, I guess it is Midnight Unicorn, but still. I think then I'm going to jump into the shade Mystic and just start to deepen up this outer part a little bit, just back and forth into the corner here. It's pretty, still very light. I'm gonna try using this little flat brush. We're gonna try it dry first. And I'm gonna pop this all over the lid. Actually, I'm gonna leave a little bit of space in the outer corner. I'm pretty impressed with this color. It's still a little bit sheared out though. So I am thinking I'm gonna wet it. But I'm gonna go ahead and just lay it down first. Yeah, all right, so let me pick some up and then I will spray the brush. See if that helps, because sometimes with cheap shadows it makes it worse. Seems like it helps. It's really pretty. I actually really like this color. Okay, good deal. Okay, but I do want something a little bit more to blend this outer part, so I'm gonna take a tapered brush and I'm gonna go into Midnight and kind of focus right here on the V. I'm focusing on just depositing some color at first, really kind of packing it in. And then I'm kind of blending it over that blue. Now I'm gonna take a tiny brush and pick up some of the highlight shade. Ooh, it's a little chunky. Okay, I am gonna spray this and I'm gonna pop this on the inner part. Okay, for this being the highlighter shade, kind of expected it to be brighter. All right, drag it out. I always like For my particular eye shape, I always like to drag it up where it's visible, but you know, do what works for your eye. All right, for the lower lash line, I think I'm gonna use the shade Mystic, which was the purple. I'm gonna get some on my brush and I'm gonna spray it because I don't want a bunch of fallout down my face, and this is a very powdery shadow. That is a really pretty color once it's wet. I kind of want to do that up top. I'm gonna get a little bit on the flat brush I used earlier and spray it and kind of pack it on the outer. Oh, that is pretty. I really like the way that turns out. Okay, I like that much better. It just has, you know, it kind of ties in with the shimmery blue a bit more, and it really stands out a whole lot more. Take my little flat brush back into it just to blend the outer edges. And then I do want to run a color underneath. I think just for the sake of using a bunch of colors, I'm gonna go with green. Why not? It's my eyes, I can do what I want to. All right, so that's all I'm gonna do. Let me do liner, mascara, lashes, and I'll do the other eye, and then we'll finish off. So let's finish off the face with this. All right, I'm gonna try to use this little tiny brush because it's not really a big pan. So this is the blush called Blaze. You do kind of have to dip back in since it's such a small pan, but it's a pretty shade. And now for the highlight, the shade Frost. Ooh, that is powdery. Wow, all right. Oh, that's frosty. All right, let's do a quick little try on of these guys. All right, I'm just gonna run through all of them real quickly for you. All right, so this is the complete look. I would say that this palette is actually pretty decent quality for something like a drugstore type of makeup. It's fun and colorful. When you use a blending brush, the shades come out a little bit lighter than they look in the pan, but I'm okay with that because I like the colors I got on my eye. The shimmers definitely work a lot better wet. You know, nothing amazing, but they're much prettier that way. All these lip glosses, I mean, I'm not really a big fan of them. They're pretty on, but I'm already kind of seeing the glitter settling into the lines of my lips. Maybe it's because I tried on so many, I don't know. I don't think you needed this many different colors. I think like because the blue and white look kind of similar, the purples and pinks look kind of similar. This one looks different, but you know, I mean, I personally would probably pass on something like this unless you're just really into these types of lipsticks. I think Blackheart Beauty just came out with some like, iridescent glosses or toppers or something, and those might be better quality. So yeah, I would skip the lip glosses, but I would pick this up if it's something that you're interested in, you want something cheap and colorful. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and thank you for watching. Bye guys.